Okay, so it's that quiet time at the start of the year where not much is happening. But it being the start of a new year, a lot of people are taking a look back and reflecting, and Payday 3 has found itself on a lot of lists about the worst and, arguably more upsettingly, most disappointing games of 2023. However, quite a lot of these lists make note of how surprising this is, and a large majority of them even comment that they had previously covered Payday 3 really favourably, mostly around the time of the beta and pre-launch, and this is something that really resonated with me, as the most fun I've had with Payday 3 was definitely over the 2 betas and the 3 days of early access. It was only once the full game launched and people started pushing further into its content, coming to realise that the challenge-based progression system was flawed and the always online system didn't really work, that the decline began. What I find particularly interesting is that these issues were in a way dampened by the beta and early access window. Firstly, and more simply, the server instability was a lot less prevalent, but that's because a lot less people had access to the game at that point in time, so it's a bit of a moot point. But secondly, and I think most interestingly, the level cap was a lot lower. It's no secret that one of the biggest issues with Payday 3 at launch was the progression system, but only because after a while the challenges became frustrating and boring, really. Because even in the full game, the first 60 to 70 levels flew by and were genuinely really fun. But unfortunately, Starbreeze didn't address the leveling system for a while, and even when they finally did get around to it, no particularly meaningful change was ever made. Then, looking back at the beta, leveling was never really an issue, with a cap of level 22 being more than achievable. There were also some small but great features from the beta that never made their way over to the full game. A couple shining examples of this being that in the beta, buying C-stacks would grant you infamy points, and the one that frustrates me the most is one I covered in this YouTube short. In Payday 3, if you mark the cable controller after you've interacted with it, the colour of the correct switch will be displayed in the chat. This is so helpful when it comes to in-heist communication. As you can see here, I'm marking the cable controller and my heist mate on the other side of the map is flipping the right switch. That is not a feature available in the full game. Now, I'm not trying to say that it's these things particularly that changed what people thought about the game, but it's a sad thing to see so many people out there apologising in a way because they looked favourably on Payday 3 before its launch, and then it came out in such a disappointing state. The beta wasn't free from issue, but was so well received that it's just such a shame that that spark was lost upon launch. And so with that all said, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like on the video. If you disliked the video, drop a dislike on the video. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video.